Okay, this video is about how to make a shrimp ring. And I had certainly seen these kind of rings before, but I didn't know they were called a shrimp ring, so I did a Google search for some shrimp rings, and besides the party trays that you can find to put shrimp on, I did find some shrimp rings. So we've got, here's a pretty classic, just straight one. This is probably the easiest to build. Then there's some off-takes of these. One where they slant the shrimp parts, and so it's on an angle. Here's an angled one, and it also has more taper in it. Okay, another straight one. This one, and then this one's pretty cool. Has a marquee shape kind of, and it looks like it has some inlay, mother of pearl on there. So yeah, let's make some shrimp rings. So away we go. Start out with the finger rail. Alright, so what I want to do is set this up, and there's a couple ways we could do this. Some will be easier than others, so here we go. Got my finger rail, and I'm going to determine how thick the ring's going to be at its thinnest point. In other words, at the bottom is its thinnest point, so I'm going to go to curve and offset, and I want that distance to be out and 1.7. Okay, so there's 1.7, and I'm going to come over to straight line and do both sides and snap right here, and then determine how wide this ring is going to be. And I'm just going to, well, we can type it in. Let's say it's 5 across, so we'll go 2.5 and ortho. Alright. Okay, so there's that. And now we need to do the top. And to do the top, I want to do a second ring rail. So we'll go to Tools and Second Ring Rail, and do Start. And the bottom is 1.7. The side is 1.8. Let's make that 1.7 as well. So let's go 1.7. And the top, I don't know how much to make that, maybe 5. Okay. So having done that, I'll hit enter. Oh, I want that probably lower. Let's do that lower. Edit outside. Let's make that about 3.5. Because we're going to grow on top of that. So, there we go. Yeah. Then I'm going to draw another line from out here. So click this, both sides, up here, ortho out. Let's go 10 millimeters across. Let's try that. So 5. Yeah, we can afford more than that. Let's go there. Let's go 7. Oh, both sides. Both sides. 7. So that's 14 overall. That ought to do it. That ought to be a shrimp ring, if I've ever seen one. Okay, so now I want to come over here and go curve, arc on the top, and I want this to go up to that top line. And I'm just going to eyeball it. That's good enough for today. Alright, so doing this line ensured that my arc was centered. So there we go. So now we'll go to Surface, Sweep 2, and do this rail, and this rail, and this profile, and this profile. And maintain height will be on, and close sweep will be on, preview. Then I'm going to look at this and see how it acts. And I've been pretty picky lately with my ISO curves, and so I'm going to add a slash like from here to here, and I want that more perpendicular like that. And let's do the same about there. Cool. Enter, enter. So the ring will be taller than this, but this is my base inside surface. Okay, so we'll put this on some other color for its base. And so there's our start. We'll select this, go to curve, go to create UV curves, enter. Alright, so now let's find the mid. Alright, and I'm going to first make this a surface. So let's go to Surface and click that, and there's a surface. Now let's go to our metal layer, pick this, and do solid, and do extrude 1.7. There we go. And I want to fill it, because I can, 0.2, and we'll go here, and here, and here, and here. Keep in mind I'm not doing the ends on purpose, because they need to fold around and meet up with each other. So there's a nice fillet action there. And now we're going to go ahead and do an ellipsoid. Not every day you use that word. And let's see how wide we want to go here. Alright, and we'll move this to the mid. Alright, so we'll go here, and we'll go move from there to there, and then we'll move this bad boy up. Hey! Wow, that was close. Okay, then we'll take a measurement of this, measure distance, just have to be close. Three and a half. Okay, so we'll go here, and we'll do it here. So transform array. Number in the X direction to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's say 8. We can always change it anyway. 1 in the Y, 1 in the Z. X spacing, 3.5. Yeah, let's go with 7. Yeah, let's go with 6. Let's go with, just kidding. Alright, so enter. And we mirror from right there. Alright, so this is kind of the cheap way out with this going on here. And you know what would be fun is if as these went down the ring, Well, let's see what it looks like. I got an idea. I got an idea for a function I never, ever use. Now I'll probably forget to do it. I mean, like, show us it. Okay. So we go to transform. We go to the second set of menus, and here's our smart flow. Select the base surface and be, well, let's see. Now I'm going to create my own destiny here. I need this to wrap around and be at the bottom. And rather than just do it and hope it's right, I'm going to click on this object, and I'm going to go to Utilities, and I'm going to say Show Edges. And you see that little tick mark right there? That's the start-stop of the surface. That's bad. It's at the top. I don't want it at the top. I want it at the bottom. So I pick that surface, and I go to right here, Adjust Close Curve Seam. Click. And as we can see, the white line is the seam. So we drive around to the bottom and go click. Now that surface starts and stops here. Yay. Smart flow. This object and this object. Then we wait, and yeah. So we have a these are kind of big. Really proud of my shrimp. So we're going to remake those, but there's a really fast way to do it. And then we could have some fun. And here's my idea. There is a function called soft move that can't say I ever really use. So let's see if we can do the soft move. So transform. Is it right here? Move UVN. Here it is. Soft move. Okay, so let's click that, and it says select the objects to soft move. I am going to select the center one, and then on back, like so. Okay, press enter when done. Now I have to be real careful because I'm out here in left field. Okay, so point to move from. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have my points or my O snaps on, and then I'm going to watch here, and I want to snap here and here on the end. So there's the end. Come over here to end. There's the end. And then what this does is this. Let's turn off O snaps now. This moves incrementally across the range of objects, so that one goes down, the next one a little less, the next one a little less. Now you'll notice in the looking down that it's straying away from my points, and it's trying to head over to F4. So I'm going to hold down Shift for ortho, and then if I go this way, it incrementally moves apart. So now it's doing that distance, but if I go down, then it's incrementally doing that. So I'm going to click right about there and hit enter, and so now what it's done is it has moved these down into the surface. Alright, and we'll fix that in a minute here. And so now one thing I notice is that the history, I've got this one, and if I delete it, there's the sunk one. So it left the old ones out there. And I wasn't really expecting that, but it did. Alright, so let's undo that one. Alright, so there's that. And then I'm going to take these and nuke those. Alright, so I guess I was expecting those to go away. And we'll select these. Oh, let's fix it first so that they don't go through. So we will, I'm simply going to make a box. like this and come out this way, and everybody's sticking out the bottom there. We'll go this far. Heck, let's do them all. What the heck? Those are all going to get Boolean cut by this box. Alright. And let's just get rid of the box. So I've got these, and we mirror. Oops. There we go. Now we have nothing inside there, and it's even hollowed out because of the shape. We do have metal here, which I'm not super fond of, but we're gonna make this a different way here in a moment. Anyhow, so the cool thing is that we can now take these and run the shear command, which I don't use very often, and it lives right here. So we go shear. The origin point of the shear is going to be the center of that one, and we'll watch over here too. Reference point 2. Oh, man, I knew I should have practiced that before I did that. Let's try this way. There we go. We wanted to shear this way. So we shear. And we wait for SmartFlow to catch up with us. There we go. So there is that look coming around there. So I'm kind of digging that. All right, so now I want to do a fancier one now. And but this actually look better if we shade it this way too. All right, so that was fun. But let's do this. All right. Okay, on this section we're going to take it to the next level. And I noticed that this is scalloped on this edge, which I certainly want to do if I can on this. And then it comes over and goes down into a valley and comes back up. So this time we're gonna kind of model better what we see. Okay, so since it's going to be scalloped, let's go ahead and draw a circle. And I'm going to start right here. And I'm going to determine, how big I want this to be. And that is going to be, let's say, that big. So let's switch to a different layer here. Okay. And now let's move this from the quad to there. So there's our scallop. And I'm now going to split this with a point, and I'm going to come from here to here. Alright, and then I'm going to take this curve and I'm going to rotate that starting right there, this viewport, and I'm going to go there and straight up. Alright, so then I'm going to take this and mirror from here to here. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and surface loft this one to this one. Alright, so there's one rib right there. And I think what I'll do is I'll take this curve and go straight down this way. And then I'll use good old blend to go blend from here to here and blend that in like so. Alright, so there's that, and we'll mirror this to the other side, so mirror mid to there. Alright, so there's going to be a scallop. Alright, and now let's get one right beside this. So we'll take this and mirror it from this edge right there, like so. And yeah, that'll work. Then I'm going to take and extract, let's go yellow, extract an ISO curve, T for toggle, and I'm just going to imagine where this little dip is right here, like so. And then I'll take this one and mirror it from the mid over to the other one, like so. Alright. And let's hide these. Hide. Where is it? Where is hide? Wow. Okay, so now let's dupe edge right here and right here. Enter. And those get split by here. Now all I'm setting up here, enter, I want to get rid of those two lines right there. So here's what we have. If I turn off green, we have lines like so. At which point I simply want to blend from here to here, like that. These have served me well, and I will delete them. Okay, so now we go to our metal, and we go surface sweep 2, 1, 2, right there, all the way down. So there's our little indent right there, and we can, however much we want that to be, we can do. Okay, so I guess I'll take the time to take these two and split them with that surface. Enter. And that means that inside here, this piece right there needs to go, and that piece needs to go. And let's put these on the layer that I expect to be using. Alright, so now let's show our other piece, and now I need to get this thing coming down in here. So let's go ahead and extract an ISO curve, T for toggle, off this. You know what would be cool? I don't know how cool I want to be. Let's be more cool. I don't know that that's really going to be true, but alright, so let's go line from project on. So I'm going to go here and go out this way. There we go. So I have a line here, and I'm going to mirror that to the other side like that. Now the reason I did that is I want this to be bigger down here. So I am going to take these two lines and project them onto these surfaces. So now I have a curve like that. Ooh, that's no good. That's not cool. I'm not cool. What I want to do, I want to draw an arc. Yeah. So an arc, and I want to project, and I want to go from here over to here and hold down shift like that. Oh, and then of course mirror it. Alright, so you and you project onto here and here. That'll work. That'll work just fine. Alright, so now these are gone. So there's that. And then I'm going to dupe edge on this and this. Enter. Hide. And you. How many do I have? Oh, I have curves anyway. You and you get split by you and you. Enter. And these right there are goners. And we blend from that curve to that curve. Alright, yay. All that for that. Alright, I'm going to get rid of these. Okay. And, oh, oops. No, I'm not. I'm going to go surface sweep 2 and go from here to here and that curve to this curve. Cool. Alright, so now we bring this back and you get split by that curve and that curve. Enter. Let's turn this off. Delete, 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 delete. Alright, hopefully that is all worth it. Then what we need to do is draw a plane starting here and going on out this way and move that down because these are going to get split by this plane. There we go. Alright, so right click this. Oh, but not you. And not you. And mirror from there. Rock on. This one, and this one. Mirror from here. Okie dokie. Here we go. So we can. Oh, this will be good. Good. Alright, so now we transform array. Select objects to array. Everybody on the green. And enter. And number in the X is fine. 1, 1. And the spacing is exactly from here to here. I'm going to go 7. I can afford it. I might go 8. Nah. Enter. Okay. So now we right click green and mirror that on over. Okay, and I purposely left this open on purpose. Alright, so right click here, join. I typed that. I don't really know why, but I did. Alright, so let's see what we get so far now. So we go transform Smart flow. Object, object. Okay. I'm much happier with that because we can turn that off, and now we have this scalloped edge that we're looking for. And so that is much closer to what was going on here. And as far as the bottom goes, we can, let's turn this back on. Alright, as far as the bottom goes, we can go curve, dupe edge, enter, join, put that on yellow, and we'll mirror that from F4. Cool. And then we'll go surface sweep to edge of this surface and the edge of this surface, and we go from this curve to this curve right there, and we go enter. And if we want this to maintain height, we turn this on and hit preview, and it does. Or if we want it to get thinner, as it goes thinner this way, we turn that off, and it will. I don't know how thick that is, so I'm going to turn it on and say OK. So now that is seamless and goes right into the ring. Okay. So that's pretty easy done. Well, let's do this. Let's undo that, delete, and we'll put this in a job bag over there. Yay. Okay, then we'll nuke this. Alright, so now we can have some fun, and we can do shear. So let's do shear once. So we'll take, let's turn off yellow and green. Let's work on this layer. Turn off that. Alright, here we go. So we do this, and shear is project on, transform, shear, starting, oh boy. I have no clue which one the center one is. Pause. Okay. Oh man, I just lost it. Yeah, it's right here. Alright, so we go there, and then we come over here, and now we can skew. Sweetness. Alright, so now, oops. So now we're skewed, and we can do that, and we can do that as much as we want. Now that, well, that's kind of doing an S thing, but here's my idea. Let's go undo. Wow, that really undoes it. Alright, and let's go select this, and let's head on over to Cage Edit. One of my favorite tools of all time, bounding box, enter, and going across here on the Y, I want 5, and everybody else is 3, but the Y degree, because of what I was doing messing around, I need that to be 3. Okay, so the degree 2 on the X is fine, so we hit enter, enter. And now what we can do is, by leaving this one alone, we can take this one and we can move that. Oh yeah. And then we can take this one and move it a very similar amount. Oh, that's an undo. There we go. So now we definitely get, oh wow, that is messing with me. It's putting the other one in there. Let's hide this. Hide. Hide. And then let's right click this and delete it. And then hit show. And you know, if you have a cage edit object and you want it back, you just come over and turn on the control points, and now the cage is back. So the cool thing is that we could leave that one there. Well, let's just tweak it, and it should come back. There we go. It's back. Now what we could do is come over here and do this too. Let's do that. And then we could go down the middle like this. And we can get all sorts of different little shrimp shapes. Alright, so the next thing we would do, and these are the thrown up cage cage objects. And so now let's go like this, and we'll go curve dupe edge. So dupe edge right there, there, and there. And then we better come over here and do this one different, right? So there's that, and that, and that. No. Hold down control and hit that, enter. Join. Orange this time, I guess. Surface sweep 2. Surface edge, and orange, and orange. Maintain height, okay. And there we go. Pretty cool, I guess. Pretty fun. Alright, so having done all that, I would expect this to work now. Is this surface is going to get split by everything green. And if that's true, then all these little doodads would end up going away. So let's go select all curves and let's hide them so that I can very quickly come over here and well, as a matter of fact, what we could do is turn off green and go and do that. Let's do more. There we go. Alright, so now let's turn green back on and put that on green. Alright, so there is the concept of doing some shrimp rings. Now, I got an idea. Once we have this done, I'm going to build another quick ring. Boy, I wish I knew how long this video was. It's a long one. Okay, so lastly here at the end of this video, what I've done is I took my original piece and I cage edited it so it would fit in this blue shape that I made. And I just made this shape, put it up here and split it. And this didn't work as slick as I thought it would, but what I did do, so there you can see I cage edited this one, and when it went up here it did this, and got a little thin on these, but not too bad. Then I got to looking at it and I thought it would be fun to simply hide this bit and then come over to quad flip, which lives in the cutters right here, quad flip, and I'm doing the upper right corner, apply. Oh, please select something, that would help. There we go. And that goes ahead and cuts it, and I thought it was fun because it makes a heart here and goes down this way, kind of a unique deal. And then we would dupe the edge once again here of this and sweep it around. So anyway, there's all the different ways to do that.